Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction to read through for Hitoner Chapter 8. It literally just came out, so I'm excited to get into it, excited to read and all. Yeah, I've liked things so far, just a bit of a slow drip for the story since it's bi-weekly, but also we have spent a lot of time on the serious logistical aspects of things, which is neat. It's fun. I thought that earlier on the emotional stuff was good and the character stuff has remained good, but it feels like we've been getting a little bit less comedy, and I think the comedy was a strong suit for the manga, so I'm hoping to see more of that continue. Last time we got introduced to Gorilla Rilla, I think was her name, and I really liked her actually. And the concept that we left off on at the very end, where, Hitoshi's been trying to get them to put laws in place to stop things from turning into weaponry in war, but she was like, oh, I'll look at our books on myths when asked about war. So war is basically treated as a myth there, and it makes you suspicious. Were there really so few wars? It seems like there would not be so few wars. Or is it just that their governments are hiding things a bit from them? And it feels like that'd be a very hard thing to hide. So, I guess there couldn't have been too many recent wars, at least, if they're even able to hide it. But that's an interesting thing we're getting into with Kemo society. So either way, I guess with Chapter 8, let's see what we have this time. We have, according to the Kemo's history, long ago and even still, there were beings who walked upon two legs. They devoured those who walked on four, as well as those whose bodies were those whose bodies were smooth to the touch. There arose many countries as there were ears and noses, which stoked as many wars as there were claws and fangs. The wisest of them gathered before the deity of hair, Mosa. In exchange for sacrifice, they were bestowed with the knowledge of language. From the combination of their tongues and fangs did word come forth, thus ending war, and heralding the era of speech. Henceforth did we become Kemo. We have their origins, Chapter 8, Hito Quarantine. Our situation changed in the blink of an eye. Hitoshi decided out of the blue to not only stop providing us with information on the Hito's technology, but anything at all about their world, including their culture and industries. It caused outright confusion within the research committee. Maybe he's seeing how they actually did. It's not that it's being hidden from them, but they actually did just talk things out. There weren't a ton of wars over various things. Their way of conflict resolution was just talking things out. And obviously, we don't know that Mosa was like a literal being, and that they all just got speech at the same time, but it just speaks to, this is their explanation of why they don't have wars and stuff, is that there was wars in the past, but at some point their conflict resolution switched to talking things out. And by giving them human culture and human technology and the potential fight over resources that might come with that, he is taking a society that is kind of post-war and potentially introducing conflict into it. So he's starting to clam up because of that, I would assume. I couldn't pinpoint whether it was because he wouldn't give us a reason, or because it simply wasn't like him, but I could tell something had changed. Could it be? Did I cause this by getting in the way of that research that's kept him from paying attention to me lately? And we have all of these moments of begging for his attention, doing cat-like things. Oh, never mind. It doesn't seem like it. Phew. But this is a massive problem. Regardless of whether he tells us his reasoning, I still have to inform the minister. We can't afford to alienate him right now. Office of Science and Industry Minister's Office. Well, we still don't know when we'll be able to enter the manufacturing phase, even with the products and materials he shared with us so far. The blueprints we have now should be enough to keep Parliament in check. I can manage that, for the time being, and we have Ham. We were just about to have to stop anyway. Other countries are starting to get all sensitive when it comes to info on the Hito's planet. So can you tell him to not get in that arrogant little head of his that he's the one who will be deciding the fate of our world? At any rate, it seems we'll be able to buy some time. It's best we keep our optimism in check. We can't predict how others who aren't Minister Ham might act. I'm sure we'll be fine on that front. Chief Labra can just protect Hitoshi like usual. You think the chief has been protecting Hitoshi? That's a dangerous misunderstanding you have there, Lady Toneliko. I don't know a single Kemo I'd consider more frightening than him. You have to listen to me, Chief. It's as if no one realizes how dangerous the Hito truly is, we have Laon. They're creatures who've lost themselves entirely to endless war. Their physical functions are highly abnormal, and any of their technological advancements must have been acquired for the sole purpose of killing others of their own kind. The inspection committee initially believed that they intended to invade us, but that clearly wasn't the case. All of this spreading of information and technology has been to sow the seeds of war on our planet. It seeks to make us dependent on their tech and create convenient laws surrounding it so that it can transform our planet into a place where it holds power over us. The rocket was just the bait. It's nothing but a pathogen left over from the disease of war that we'd already cured ourselves of in ancient times. We'd have to cast it out immediately. Your sense for detecting danger is truly remarkable. It was well worth appointing you as director. Much obliged, sir. So then, but we may never know the truth. What do you mean by that? The rocket was deeply compelling. However, no matter how many years we spend on it, its limit will always be space travel. The Hito did not come from some nearby future for us. He must hold a power on a scale as of yet unseen. No matter what, we must extract anything we can from him while he's still living among us. What we must require, to gain the essence of the Hito and become humanity ourselves. And we have Labra's ambition laid bare. We have a problem, Miss Toneliko. Hitoshi's been taken away by some sort of special force or special police force, and we get one heck of a cliffhanger there. Very good chapter. Again, the drama that they've been going with is very good, and the building of Kemo society for us as readers. Really, really good stuff. But again, it's just a small sprinkle of content for this 2 weeks, and now we have to wait another 2 weeks for a little bit more. So it just makes me want to marathon like a bunch of chapters at once. That's what it makes me want to do. It makes me want to marathon. I want to read so much, but I only get to read a little bit at a time, and it can be a little bit frustrating like that. But either way, I will leave this off with you here. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all of the support on the, I almost called it Hitoner again, Hitoner videos. Thank you so much for your support and for watching. Pretty much anytime I go into the YouTube studio or whatever, you get blasted with like your top 3 videos from the past 2 days or whatever, and it's been Hitoner videos a lot. So thank you. Thank you for supporting. Even though I wish I could do more, but there's not more to read, and I don't really have more thoughts than I expressed. I just wish I could do like an hour video every week, but not really in the cards with the content we've been getting. But either way, like, comment, subscribe for more if you want to. If you want to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks or sharing around, it's appreciated. If you want to help support the channel by becoming a member or patron, hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or link will be in the description to become a patron. In addition to helping support the channel, you'll get your name at the end of videos. I need to update this though and get One Piece Bingo a bit early. Thank you to people who are already members and patrons. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, to Magical Girls Dee Ben and Maru, to Chariton student David Langstaff, to Slayer candidates SG and Stain Cedar, and to Pure Element Paterial. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.